just did.
Did you?
Hey guys, welcome back.
Are we on again?
Yeah.
Well, that was weird.
Yep.
I don't know what was up with that, but
Maybe that's our
Video.
curse.
Shh. Yeah, there it is. Well, so there it is, but where was it? It was so wide.
No, we're on a new one.
Huh?
We're on a new one.
But I refreshed and I can't find the live feed on the website.
here it is.
Are you on? Is it on? Are we on now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't find this. It's weird. Oh well. Okay, guys. People at home. Sorry about that. Maybe Robert the Doll curse is real, or not curse, but the. I mean, we don't know what happened. We were just sitting there talking about it and discussing it. Next thing you know, everything goes black. So, very peculiar.
And we're also cursed. We lost 2 people.
Yeah, they didn't just disappear. They got scared and ran out the building. So,
Screaming like little girls.
of course. We'll move on from Robert the Doll, apparently. Let's go on to the next thing. How's
Yeah,
that?
let's stop
So,
talking
what do we
about
want to talk
dolls.
about next, guys? Let's see here.
Not dolls.
How about something, I don't know. We can talk about the 27 Club. Anybody know what that is?
Nope.
I've heard of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
27 Club, I don't know if it's more of a curse or if it's just coincidental, but throughout history, in the more recent years, last probably 40 years maybe, a lot of famous actors, or mostly musicians, have passed away at the age of 27. Everybody from Jimi Hendrix to Kurt Cobain, Janis Joplin, Amy Winehouse recently, Brian Jones from the Rolling Stones, right? I think it was.
I don't
Yeah, I
know
think
that
it was
one.
Rolling Stones. Jim Morrison from the Doors. There's quite a few people who die at the age of 27 that are involved, being rock stars for weird. Some of them from overdoses, some of them from self-inflicted, some of them, like I said, just different things. They really started talking about the 27 curse when Kurt Cobain passed away. That's when they're like, oh wow, he died at age 27 too. But his was, like I said, suicide. So maybe he meant to do it at that age. I don't know. He was a great musician, but also kind of had his own agenda.
Right.
In life. So it's just weird. I don't know what to think about that, but yeah, it seems like we lost a lot of good talent that way. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
Anybody have any thoughts on that, or?
I would like to look and see if there's like anything else that connects them besides their
Like the
their
6
paycheck.
degrees of separation,
Yeah.
this birthday, that kind of a thing. This guy had the same agent, kind of a thing, or whatever.
Yeah, if
You
they
never
all
know.
had the same agent, I'd be going to him like, hey,
Yeah.
stay the hell away.
Yeah.
Give him a list of people he cannot manage. Like Betty White, you stay away from Betty White.
Betty White's still kicking ass at age of 90-some, whatever she is, 93.
Well, she's coming up on her second, 27th, 127.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy though, but yeah, it's just the fact that so many people, there were, like I said, rock musicians that passed away at that age. And that's just a few of the main ones. You go online and look, there's quite a few people that are on that list, people you may not thought of. I want to say one of them was Robert Johnson, if you know who that is. He was the black musician back in, I don't remember what year it was, 70s, 60s, 70s, 50s, somewhere around that age. He did the old ragtime stuff, but he supposedly was thought to sell his soul to the devil, supposedly. The old jazz blues southern tradition where selling your soul to the devil was a way to get famous or whatever, and after he did that, he got famous, and he also got bad luck and ended up passing away. So
Kurt Cobain, Janis Joplin,
Yeah.
Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix, Amy Winehouse, Jean-Michael Basquiat.
last week.
Basquiat.
Oh, it's last week. I'm like,
Last week.
Yeah.
No, Robert Johnson, Brian Jones. There's a lot of them.
I mean, there's quite a bit. There's a whole list. That's just the musicians. There's also other people, like actors. I think Heath Ledger, I want to say, was he 27? I almost feel like he was, if I remember right. I can't remember if they grouped him into that also too, where he kind of died. Well, of course, it was drug related, but still coincidental.
Well, that goes into the whole Joker curse.
We can go into that too.
He was 28 actually.
Like 28. I can't
Yeah.
remember his age. I think he was around that age. But
79 to 2008.
so, it's just one of those things. They call it the 27 Club, actually, where people are just passing away at that age. And I don't, because like I said, I don't know if it's really what occurs.
Yeah.
As much as it is coincidental. Or
Probably. I mean, and that's that situation. I mean, yeah. There's a lot of them at that age, but at the same time, if you, I mean, random things are
If
going
you
to
think
start to
too
group
hard on
together.
it,
You're going
yeah.
to start to see patterns.
If you
Yeah.
think too
somewhere.
much on it, you're going to see connections no matter what.
Yep. Okay. I don't know. I wish the other guys were here. They're out. We're back.
There
live
they
with the other
are.
Guys. We'll give them a chance to kind of discuss that real quick, see if they know anything about it or heard about it. Or now we'll move on. We got about 20 more minutes anyway. You guys heard? Have you ever heard of the 27 Club?
Is that the Disney Club?
Mickey Mouse Club.
No, there's a secret Disney
Shut
Club.
that door.
There's a secret Disney Club.
Oh, I heard the door shut, and I was like trying to figure out why that noise happened. I was like, wait a
No,
second.
you didn't know that?
No, I
There's
didn't know that.
There's a secret Disney Club that. Anyway, go ahead.
You
We're
know-
all good. There's
you
no
know-
dolls appearing.
You
Everything's
know what the
good.
27 Club is?
No, I actually
Rose?
don't.
The 27 Club?
Yeah.
No.
It's where all the musicians, like Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Kurt Cobain, they all died at age 27.
Oh,
They all go in that club. We were reading some of the
Oh,
list of
wow.
them on there, just some of the people. There's quite a few people. Amy Winehouse, Brian Jones from the Rolling Stones, Jim Morrison's one of them, yeah. There's
Yeah.
quite a few people out there that fit that criteria. Just we don't know if it's just coincidental, if it really occurs, or if it's just, I don't know, what to think of it. I mean, it's something that they group into.
you hit that age and you just decide,
But a lot of them were just, I don't think unintentional, other than they're doing drugs possibly. Like
Right.
Janis Joplin, one of them, Jimi Hendrix, one of them, you overdosed. Jim Morrison, they were all doing drugs. Kurt Cobain
who
did
did you
so.
say? Amy Winehouse. Yeah.
She was doing drugs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Alcohol overdose. Yeah, I think it was.
like I said, it wasn't really popularized until Kurt Cobain off himself, and then he would have to be 27, and then they started making all the 6-degree separation kind of thing.
Or was it murder?
That's an episode.
Jim Morrison. Did he really die?
What?
We're gonna like
What?
put
Is he
Tupac in there.
with Elvis and Tupac somewhere? Because
Elvis is still
There's
alive.
a lot in there.
because Tupac is supposedly in Cuba.
I know he does have a
That's
twin
it.
though, because some of those like
Doppelganger?
yeah,
New music keeps coming in.
Yeah, he's supposedly recorded a lot of it.
I know.
I seen his concert just not too long. It was a hologram.
Hologram?
That's
Jim and the
awesome.
holograms? Oh, God, I can't believe I said that.
Wow,
Moving on. No, I'm
it was
kidding.
really a ghost.
Yeah, that's right. So how about Robert the Doll? I'm just kidding. You bunch of chickens, guy. You guys
Don't touch the mouse.
How can I switch the picture? It's a touch screen.
No, there was certain dolls like that. Robert Doll might be one of them. But if there was somebody who went there and mocked it, and ended up getting leaving the place and getting in a horrific accident after the fact that they mocked it. So I don't know if I believe in that.
Maybe that movie, The Curse of Chucky, is real.
No. Anyways, what about the Hope Diamond? Anybody know anything about that?
Yes.
Diamond, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a diamond named Hope.
Yeah. How'd you know?
Yes, that's true.
This is actually it was on the Titanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in the movie.
Yeah.
What?
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
It's on a certain movie.
the movie Titanic made it popular with being
course.
a cut. It was a part of the Hope Diamond.
Yeah. This is the final resting place of it right now. It's where it's in a museum behind glass, where they think the curse that we're talking about here in a second, where they think it's over and out because it's behind this final place. The reason why I think that is because none of the museum owns it. Nobody physically owns it like you or I individualized just own it. Basically, it's been around for centuries. Also, too, it's been in the 8th, whatever one of those ones. One of them, I think he owned it. People that were beheaded, hung for random things, they had it. They think they cursed it also too, or fell into its curse.
Mary Antoinette was killed at the guillotine.
Yep. But she was the owner at one point of it. I think who else? There's a guy named Prince Ivan, something Russian. or not Russian. Ken,
Something
Ken,
Russian.
I can't say it now. Ken Zabotsky, whatever, who was killed by Russian revolutionists. There's also an innkeeper that had it one time that was torn apart by dogs. Just a lot of bizarre, I say, premature deaths.
There's a book about it actually called The Unexplained. Yeah, by Carl Schucker. It sparkled in the brow of the Indian temple idol until it was plucked out by a thieving Hindu priest, whose punishment for his unholy act was a slow and agonizing death. So that's where they're saying that the curse started from.
Gotcha. So now their
Is that-
object.
How
with death
reliable is that? I mean, is that?
Well, he's
like-
Hindu. He has to know. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, I'm just asking if, I mean, is it that, do we actually know the history on it, or is that,
Is that just a
is that a lot
glorified
of
story?
speculation or legend?
Yeah.
I mean, it was, all I know is it's in a book. That's all I know.
At least it was in a book and not Google.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. That's good stuff.
So the picture Max had up earlier, that's the final resting place of it. It's actually in the Smithsonian Institution where they think the curse is no longer since nobody owns it. According to what the curator said, he was brought to them in 1958 and has brought nothing but good luck to the museum ever since. So who
Interesting.
knows? Maybe it's changed. Maybe there was no curse. Maybe it was coincidental. I don't know. But whoever had it, like I said, suffered a horrific death for whatever reason on the way. So kind of crazy.
So what we need to do with all this stuff, all these hexes, curses, we need to find people maybe that are like on death row. know you're on. You're
Oh, you mean
going
to give it
out
to
the
them
door.
and
Yeah,
test it?
and just say, hey, look, you know you're going to die within the next 5 years, sitting here doing nothing in
Yeah.
this room.
Or you're gonna go be the guy that takes
Yeah.
it off the spine
Yeah.
and go hand it to
Yeah.
him and
Yeah.
say, "What if you die?"
No, you let them go get it.
Well,
You know?
Listen, we're
I'm
going
just
to out of
saying,
prison
you know,
for
I
one
mean,
day.
what a great series.
And
TV
we're going to
series
entrust
for
you
this,
with this beyond priceless diamond.
This 45 carat
Go ahead,
diamond.
hold it.
Yeah.
Hold it.
Hold it.
for
Take
a
it
while.
back to the cell with you. You know, videotape.
Take pictures with it. We'll let you make a Facebook for it.
I'm just saying.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's even so. I mean, it's behind glass. Robert Dalton behind glass. Annabelle behind glass in the Warren's basement. You know, in their museum in the basement, and it says Warren, you're not even touching glass because of the haunting of the stalls.
Yeah.
But I'm sure people have gone up. There's reports of people going up there and knocking on the window when they let you touch it or get close to it, and them suffering tragedy or whatever. You know, it's just like I don't know. Is it a curse? Is it just coincidental? I mean,
Is it all in your head?
yeah. I mean, you go out and like make that stuff happen. It's possible. After you're like, oh, but yeah,
Because then you think about it and you dwell on it,
right.
and if people are willing to let that just rule their life, maybe that bad
Yeah.
stuff does happen.
Could be. Intuition.
Kind of like mental manifestation.
Yeah.
Could. You never know. I mean, it's the
Possibly.
human mind. We're capable of a lot of things.
Well, that's like some of the cases that, I mean, I don't know personally, but, oh, my house is so haunted and
It's the devil.
it's the devil. And there's flies everywhere and the walls are bleeding, and you just watched Amityville, didn't you? That's what just happened. And you went to
Yeah.
sleep and had a bad dream.
Right.
The big
Well,
eyes.
good.
The big eyes. The
Big
big
eyes.
eyes are staring at me.
The big eyes.
The
It's
glowing
face
red
of a
pig eyes.
pig and with glowing red eyes in my second story window.
Nice.
What are you doing in someone's window, Jeremiah?
Oh, well, that's a story we can get to later.
Watch the computer!
All right. We only have a couple more left. We can finish up with one of them being King Tutankhamun.
Yes.
His grave, his whole
You mean that 14-year-old kid?
curse. Yeah, yep, that guy. What do you know about him? Don't read my stuff. It's your own stuff.
He's
No,
like, I know
he was
that.
he was a child pharaoh. He was ruler. There's rumors that there's a lot of people in that time that did not trust him, did not like the idea of a child being king. There's the rumors that he was murdered.
Yep.
Well, with X-rays and everything that they've done so far, they've now probably debunked that. That it was not a blow to the head that from somebody else or anything, but I think he also had broken bones, possible from a fall or something. Now,
Yeah.
Could they have thrown him down the stairs or something? Sure, but from what the forensics are saying, that it probably was a murder. But he does have a head injury,
Yeah.
so that it all comes to. But this was one of the biggest discoveries in Egypt when they found his tomb, because it was most of the time when they open tombs, they're all ransacked with
Right,
thieves who have
yeah.
stolen everything over the centuries. Then when they found his, it was pretty much still intact. That's where we get most of our artifacts,
Yeah.
where they get the idea of what it looked like. All the statues, the sarcophagus, everything. It was still intact. But you tell about the first when they found it.
Well, the guy in charge when they first opened the tomb, his name was Lord George Anamaran. I don't know if that's his name. He was the one that led the initial investigation.
Excavation.
That word. Anyways.
They were digging.
Oh, okay, sorry. Anyways, when he opened it up, 6 weeks after opening the tomb, he passed away. So that's when I think the curse started.
And there goes the table.
Sorry. So anyway, 6 weeks after he opened the tomb, he passed away from that. They thought, well, the guy that wrote Sherlock Holmes, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, he publicly stated that he thought the whole curse was because of a mysterious force guarding the pharaoh's body, was what killed Lord George.
Wasn't there like 4 people that died on that excavation
At
team?
least, yeah. It said later deaths revealed the rumors even further. There's only actually 8 of the 58 people involved with the original one died within 12 years of opening the tomb. But one of the guys died of lymphoma right after he opened the tomb. Basically, they're saying that's what there's evidence of the curse. What are you looking at? You seeing King Tut over there, right?
No, I'm seeing the shadow.
With King Tut, now there's been several episodes of documentaries. One of my favorite ones is Josh Gates,
Yeah.
when he went down there and he
Yeah.
they had a horrible time going into the tomb. They were actually warned,
Yep.
beware what you're asking for because bad things happen. So as they were setting up for the episode to go down into the tomb, the huge sandstorm came.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Hit the crew. They had to run for cover, and then after that, 1 or 2 of the crew members actually was sick, and they had to take them out of there. They had to start an IV on them right there.
Oh wow.
Right.
And then when Josh was down there, he locked himself. Well, didn't lock himself, but he went down there by himself next to the tomb. So he's by the tomb or by the sarcophagus, and during the episode, there's lights and shadows moving around. You
They
hear
saw
movement.
freestanding lights. They heard moans that were coming from nowhere. I mean,
And that's the rumors of everything that happens down in that area.
yeah. If I remember right, one of their IR cameras caught what looked like a bandage kind of looking thing hanging, whatever, like you would see on a mummy. Actually caught it on camera where it was in frame, but there's no known source of it. Because at the time, it was empty. They were all up the top, basically, not in the actual tomb itself.
Wow.
But it was coincidental. I mean, here you are in the mummy's tomb, and you see this strap of clothing, whatever. Looks like a damn bandage. It looks like. So, I mean,
And it is a TV show, but at
Yeah,
the same time,
exactly.
I like Josh Gaines.
I find it incredible
I do.
because he studied archaeology. I mean, he's into a lot of stuff. That's why he does the show to prove.
And then just recently, they found out that King Tut's sword, or it's an oversized knife, basically, or dagger, was not from this earth.
Oh, with aliens.
No, the actual metal was
I know.
not from this earth.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
It ties
Did
into
you right?
aliens, supposedly.
So his dagger
Material
or
made-
knife,
yeah.
the material is actually from space, from
Yeah.
a meteorite or something that they found.
Which goes
But
into
Very
the whole-
interesting.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, there's actually there. I was reading something the other day. They found actually several Egyptian artifacts that are made from similar materials, like Of course, the article I was reading, blamed it all on meteorites, but
Right. I mean, it could have been. It could have been.
yeah.
They could see it fall, and they could go track it down easy.
Yeah.
Or they just found an area that they found a lot of those kind of rocks, and they're like, hey, let's make some swords.
Right.
You know? I mean, it's just weird. It's just, I thought it was really cool that they tested it to see what kind of metal it was, and it tested not from here.
Right.
And also
That's
gives, go ahead.
really interesting.
It also gives into the whole claims of how the pyramid were even built, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
With aliens supposedly that
Yeah.
helped build them. I mean, I wasn't around, so how the hell do I know? But I actually got to see the traveling exhibit of that at Union Station, Kansas
did you
City.
really?
Yeah, it was pretty freaking cool. I know some of that stuff was just relics, but
It's from that
it's
era.
impressive,
Yeah.
man. I mean, the shit that he had in this tomb, the stuff they found, they have a whole display of what's in his actual tomb, the way they found it, and it's just stuff like that, just like they found against the wall and stuff, just different. There's a couple different sarcophagus. I can say it plural. Mummies, basically.
Mummies.
Yep. And just a lot of gold. I mean, just a ton of gold stuff like that in there, which is pretty impressive itself. I mean, it's crazy.
That'd
Fascinating.
be like a sarcophagi.
Okay. Oh my. We'll go lastly here. The Kennedy curse, Kennedy family curse. Anybody know about that?
Several
die.
They all die, basically. Anybody associated with Kennedy's die in mysterious, horrific
Yeah.
ways. I mean,
You've got the older brother,
which one?
the older than John, who was
Jack Jr.
he was
No,
the
it's Joseph Jr.,
prodigal
sorry.
son. He was going to be the next president. He was the one that was looked at as the leader of the family next to Dad.
Yeah, Joseph
Um,
Jr.
him and John actually, when they went to go fight in the war, they would have competitive, like, oh, I did this better. Oh no, I did this and did this today, or and he actually died during the war. He was shot down in a plane, and then from there it just spiraled out of control with all the deaths and I mean, we all know the Kennedys.
Yeah. Yep.
Hopefully, you've at least heard of them.
Yeah, because didn't one pass away in a ski accident?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
It
too.
was Robert Kennedy's
Yeah,
son.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was it. Yep.
And
Skiing and hit a tree.
skiing, hit a tree, and then about not too long after that, Sonny from Sonny and Cher, Sonny Bono,
Mhm.
died the same exact way
Yeah.
on the mountain.
That was Michael Kennedy that died in '97.
Yeah.
And not a couple years after that is when JFK Jr. died in that airplane crash
Right.
in '99.
I remember watching all that.
I mean, there's a whole list of them. I mean, the dad being paralyzed, Joseph Sr., he was paralyzed, up to, obviously, to his death. I mean, of course, we all know about JFK getting assassinated. We know about his brother RFK getting assassinated, Robert.
Ted Kennedy had a string of bad luck
Right.
that.
What didn't he do?
Yeah. What did he
He had the whole drunk driving accident.
do? Killed a lady.
Yep. That's
The woman that was with me.
He was also involved in a plane crash that said one of his aides and the pilot were killed. What else? Robert Kennedy Jr.'s wife committed suicide, not just because they were going to get divorced. I don't know, there's just a long list of Kennedy after this. One got charged with rape, one was suffered a heart attack, just weird little, up to in recent years, people happening, Kennedy family dying. So it's just crazy the fact that that family's cursed and they're so revered, I guess the word I'm for, and, wrapped in politics and all that stuff, and string bad luck basically. So
And there's a lot more we're going to be talking about the Kennedys here soon that Leo and I are going to be putting together a special episode for that. So more to come on that.
Yep, definitely. So we might have a few minutes left, guys. So what do you guys think about? And this is just a different look on curses. We didn't go into the whole dark curses, like I put a hex on you kind of thing. We could have did a bunch of that. I mean, there's a bunch of curses. Just for instance, there's James Dean's curse with his car.
Right.
Little Bastard, as the car was called. That Porsche he bought after he made Rebel Without a Cause. Alex Guinness, Sir Alex Guinness, I guess you want to call him, the guy that played Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, the old guy.
He told, I mean, he saw the car, and he's like, there's something wrong with this car. He told James Dean this, you need to get rid of this car. And James Dean's like, what? I just bought it. He's like, you need to get rid of this car. If you don't, in a week you're going to be dead. 7 days later, he gets in that horrific car accident and he gets killed. And, as a caveat of that too, anybody who owned it after that, they gave some parts and pieces away to it. They would get in accidents from the car parts, supposedly, and shit like that. And that's a curse to me. I mean,
And didn't little bastard disappear too?
the original owner got it back, and
Oh, did it?
he bought it back as a mangled piece, and he's the one that started selling parts away of it. But I can't
Oh.
remember if you think it disappeared, that you said?
Well, I mean, it wasn't
I
there.
think it did. I think it did at one
It
time.
was
They
missing
couldn't
for
figure
a while.
out.
No one knew where
Really?
it was for a while.
A lot of replicas were popping up.
Yeah.
But
Somebody
the actual.
started searching the engine number and all.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the fact that, I mean, here's this, somebody actually could feel it. I mean, this is, hey, get rid of this car.
Well, he's Obi-Wan Kenobi, for God's sake.
This much is true.
If Obi-Wan
That's
tells
how
me
this
there's
Obi-Wan.
something
Don't
wrong
mess
with
with
my
the
car,
Jedi.
That's
I
right.
would believe him.
Fuck with the Jedi Master. Yep. So that would definitely curse. But I mean, there's more. There's so many curses out there. A lot of it involves Hollywood, which is weird. I mean, I don't know. Maybe
It's the Hollywood curse.
could be.
Could be.
Could be. It's
Well,
just-
that's because it's all in the news. It's published.
yeah,
and-
you're right. And
Yeah, it was. Yeah, heavy mainstream. Heavy.
But why would he? Did anybody ever go further back on that story?
On what?
With Obi-Wan that
Obi-Wan.
said that said why
Qui-Gon, maybe.
why did he even was that just a niche that he had, or is there a reason?
He just
Anybody-
when he saw the car and was stood next to him, he just gave him a bad omen. He just felt like it was like giving off bad juju. No, he just felt that there was something wrong with the car. He's like, you need to get rid of this damn car, dude. There's something wrong with it. Like, it doesn't feel right. And he's
Right.
like- and he just told him, if you keep this car 7 days later, or you're gonna die in a week.
With the dark
He said that within
Yeah.
a week.
And then 7 days later, he ended up in that accident, getting killed. Yep. So, and like I said, there's all kinds of curses. And it's not just Hollywood. I just brought the Hollywood one up because that's the one we all
Well, there's
know
more
and
of it. You
love.
just hear about it because of
Because
the.
it's Hollywood. Like Michelle
it's
said,
Hollywood,
yeah,
right?
it's,
Yeah.
it's
Like
the
the
mainstream
midget
media.
hanging from the backdrop of Wizard of Oz.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're behind that. Yeah.
But what I'd like to hear is from you guys is like the voodoo and more in-depth stories about voodoo, Hindu, or whatever.
Yeah.
you call this.
Hindu.
The doo doo.
Definitely. How deep you want to go with it?
Well, I want to know more. So
I do too. I'd like to.
I'd
go
like to
back
hear
to
an
the
episode
darker
of
side
that.
of it.
We can. I mean,
Give me a good excuse to study up on voodoo and voodoo.
Yeah.
I've
I
done
put it.
so
I
much
don't care. I
reading.
can
What,
look
what,
it.
what,
I've done so much
I
reading.
don't think
on
my
that.
life
I
would
know. I
be
can do that. Especially him in school. No, I mean, we can dive into some darker stuff. Like I like dark topics. It's one of my favorites to do. And every time we do, the place goes crazy here. I mean, hell, look tonight, Robert the Doll. Look what it man did.
Robert.
I'm just kidding around. It was Max the.
I'm not touching it.
Okay, go ahead. What were you gonna say? So I don't know. Curses, do they exist? Quite possibly. I feel like in our lives, something cursed us a little bit. I mean, of course,
I was
we go
just
into
gonna bring that up.
we go into some pretty sketchy places. We can get ourselves involved with some pretty interesting cases that, like Jeremiah always says, they're sticky. They stick to you, you know, the things that happen. We know objects can contain energy that, you know, can radiate outwards that create some of the stuff that we get involved with, you know, and I don't know. Curses, that to me, I think it can be real. You know, it could be just in everyday life, so it's curse on you, or it could be object related. Who knows? Anybody else want to chime in? Come on.
No, I mean,
No,
that's true.
It is true.
Yeah. So, nonetheless, go ahead.
There's, like you said, certain places we've been to that we seem to be stuck to us.
Yeah. Which is weird. You can feel it when we go in some of those places. Just the heaviness of the place itself, the darkness behind it. You can just feel it coming on, and you know you're in for a battle. I mean,
Which reminds me that, speaking of that,
we're in a battle.
we are going to be in Oberlin, September 9th, doing a sold-out investigation with pretty much the city.
Mhm.
That signed up for that, with a lot of people on the waiting list for that. So we're looking forward to working with Charlene out there in the museum.
Yep.
There in Oberlin.
Right.
It'll be a lot of fun.
And then the good old month of October, not too far behind there, we got 2 investigations back to back. Got Leavenworth. No,
Leavenworth.
Leavenworth. That didn't sound right.
Leavenworth.
That didn't sound right when I said, I'm like, Leavenworth. What the hell is that? That's why I paused. Leavenworth. That, what are we doing there?
Going to be doing the Depot Diner.
Not sure if tickets are still available for that. If not, go to ghostwordofkansas.com. You can find what's available still on that. Next day is also the Eldridge Hotel,
Lawrence.
which, yeah, in Lawrence, Kansas. That's a fun one too. That place is gonna,
Something we've been wanting to do for a long
yeah,
time.
it's gonna definitely test our strengths because there's some dark stuff possible there.
Yeah.
Not, it's definitely haunted regardless. So, but so check the website for that. Otherwise, let us know where you want us to be. We'll go wherever you want us. Give us some suggestions. If you know anybody needs an investigation, let us know. I don't know when we're gonna be able to do it though. We're pretty much booked for a year to eternity. It seems like so. We got 2 more coming up that we just got over the weekend,
Yeah.
and that's the 2 that I know of. So there's probably more in the waterworks, but
So a big one here in town. Sometime.
I'll wrap up
Whenever
now.
baseball season ends.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, once again, this has been the Cryptic Heartland podcast. Everybody at home, thank you for joining us this evening. People in the studios, thank you for being here. Thanks to Robert the Doll for screwing up our thing. Can't bring it up enough, makes me laugh. But yeah, I mean, good show again, and we'll be back next week, same time, same friendly faces, 7 to 9. So, all right, y'all. Bye.
See ya.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. Did he say bye, Felicia?
Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube and like and follow us on Facebook.